Marineford wasn't a war. It was an execution plan from the very beginning. The world calls Marineford the greatest war in One Piece history. A clash between legends. Pirates versus the Navy. But if you actually look closely, Marineford was never meant to be fair. Because this wasn't chaos. This was choreography. The war was decided before it started. Ace was already sentenced before Whitebeard even arrived. The Navy chose the battlefield. They positioned the Admirals. They prepared the pacifistas. They controlled every variable. This wasn't a war where both sides had equal chances. This was a stage built for a public execution. Whitebeard didn't come to win. He came knowing he wouldn't leave alive. Whitebeard was already dead. Let's be honest. Whitebeard wasn't in his prime. He was old. He was sick. He was connected to medical equipment just to survive. Before the fight even began, he was stabbed by Sword, a betrayal the Navy carefully manipulated. During the battle, heart attacks, internal damage, constant bleeding. And yet, this dying man split Marineford in half. They didn't defeat Whitebeard. They waited for him to die. The Admirals were holding back. Here's the part nobody likes to admit. The Admirals were not going all out. Akainu avoided a prolonged one-on-one fight with Whitebeard. Akiji and Kizaru barely showed any real damage. No awakenings. No full environmental destruction. Ask yourself this. If 3 awakened Logia Admirals fought without restraint, would Marineford still exist? This wasn't about total destruction. It was about control. The Navy didn't want a war. They wanted an image. Ace was the real target. Whitebeard was never the priority. Ace was the son of Pirate King, a symbol that could ignite a new era. Sengoku didn't announce Ace's lineage by accident. That was propaganda. This execution wasn't about justice. It was about erasing Roger's bloodline in front of the entire world. Whitebeard's death was acceptable collateral. Shanks ended the war instantly. And then, Shanks arrived, fresh, untouched, calm. No admiral challenged him. No pacifista moved. Sengoku immediately agreed. Think about that. If this was a real war, it wouldn't have ended so easily. The Navy didn't want another legend involved. Final verdict. Marineford was never meant to be fair. It was meant to send a message. To pirates. To the world. To the next generation. The era of legends was ending. So tell me, was Marineford a war? Or a public execution?